Good morning, welcome to the shed on this lovely bank holiday Monday. Very, very sunny, looks like it's going to be a beautiful day, so just crack on with this. So we're going to be continuing our Sun Goddess project, which is, I won't lift the lid up. If you remember, we made this form the other day. I've got myself some ivy leaves. The idea is that we're going to cut around some of these in balsa wood and stick them on the frame to make some patterns. Now, I warn you, I'm not very arty. This could all go horribly wrong, and I might end up just doing it as a plain plaque. So I've got some modelling clay, so good stuff this is, and this is to fill in the gap around the actual mould and also to add some texture and a stalk to my leaves. Okay, let's crack on, see how we get on. So we have no shortage of ivy around here, plenty of that. So what I'm going to do is just try and cut a load of leaves. Hopefully stick them onto this paper. Stick that paper to a bit of balsa wood, which is not big enough, but it'll have to do. And then cut a few shapes, or throw some shapes. Very crafty, eh? Look at this. Be nice to get some randomness in the leaves. In fact, it'd be nice to get them looking like leaves, to be honest. Okay, that should do for now. A couple of little smaller ones. Blimey, they are tiny. Okay. So my balsa wood is, I think, 20 centimetres square. Look at that, it's so fragile. I thought I was buying about a metre square. Never mind. Check the description, that's what they say. So the idea is that I am going to cut out some card or paper to that size, which I will do. Do that a few times. Arrange some leaves on there, leaves, and cut them out on the bandsaw. So that will be the next step. I'll see you over at the bandsaw. Okay, so I've prepared two squares with the leaves using the photo mount, and I'm going to stick those onto, I'll probably try and do 2 sheets at a time if I can. That'll give me 5, I don't know, 10, 20 leaves, something like that. That should be enough to decorate my plaque. Let's get over to the bandsaw. Okay, so after trying a few different ideas, found that sticking it on the paper was just not really necessary. I could only do one at a time anyway. So I'm now sticking these leaves directly onto the balsa wood, which is probably a bit too soft, cutting them out, and I'm going to arrange them as such on the actual mould. So the added advantage of using the actual leaves is that I think I should hopefully get some texture from the leaves into the mould. Be really nice if I can. Okay, I'll show you the final template once it's all glued up and ready to go. I'll then give it a couple of coats of lacquer just to seal it all in, and we'll be ready for making a mould. Okay, so we're going to start the gluing process now. I've got Gina, my wife, to arrange those for me. She's more arty than me. A little bit of glue. Now I'm putting back in slightly different places, which was inevitable. very cack-handed, aren't I, when I'm doing this sort of stuff. Okay, that looks good. I think the texture of the leaves is the right way to go. Looks like that will work, and it will definitely be better than me trying to do it manually, because I just don't think I'll be able to do it. Okay, those are all glued in place now. Yeah, so I just got to let that dry. Got a bit of a problem with the leaves lifting up, so I'm going to have to try and stick those down. I'm not exactly sure how. Hopefully when I get the lacquer on there, that'll hold those all in place. But they're obviously a bit fragile. They're not going to be the perfect. Excellent. I'm just going to show you this jig, which is for making pocket holes. Not sure if anyone's seen these, you probably have. Basically it comprises of a drill piece like this. You can set this to the thickness of your wood, and then I've obviously made a little bit of a jig there to fit it into my vise, but you don't need to, you can just clamp it on, and then you so that will give us two perfect pocket hole. Obviously my wood's not really thick enough or tall enough, but that will give you two pocket hole screws, which you can then use to attach at a right angle to other bits of wood. Really good for making cabinets and that sort of thing over there, because I'm not very good at joinery. So using these screws, special pocket hole screws, which have a square end, we can basically stick that in there. It goes in at an angle, he says, hopefully. One. Two. 3, 4. There you go. Perfectly, I say perfectly right angle. Probably should have clamped it, but yeah, a nice square piece of joinery. These obviously would be hidden in if you were making a cabinet. You'd make it so they were hidden. But pretty cool. Use it all the time. Get one. Link in the description below. So I've made a box to pour our silicone rubber moulding solution into. Still got to do, see the leaves are done. They're glued. Glue's just setting. I've got to put some clay around there and basically just finish off. Grease it up. Okay, so I've got the mould completed. Shed is in a right mess. I want to show that on video, but yeah, shed's in a bit of a mess. Have a bit of a tidy up this morning, and then I've got to just clean up this mould a bit further. So if you have a little look at this, I don't know why I'm doing this on camera, but anyway. So I made this box yesterday. You can see that all of the leaves are still in place. I don't know if I'm going to be able to preserve any of the texture. So today I just got to clean up the modelling clay. Hopefully get a coat of lacquer on there to try and stop those leaves from drying out too much. And then later in the week we're going to be pouring the mould. I haven't even ordered the mould rubber yet, so I better get that done today as well. Okay, I'm not going to actually show you me cleaning this because that's going to be rather boring, so I will just do that and then show the results in a bit. Okay, so I'm about to give this its first coat of lacquer. I don't know if you can even hear me. I've got this lovely respirator which I bought from Shayna. Don't wear it down to Sainsbury's. Oh, it's a bit hard to breathe in, don't really like it. Okay, here goes. This is the mould ready for spraying. Just covered the original lead with some foil just to stop the lacquer getting on there. Okay, that's the first coat on. It actually looks quite good. Seems to have cleaned it up a little bit. I think I'm going to lose the texture on those leaves. Don't really know what else I can do. Here we go, good to go. Okay, so we're ready to attempt a pour. I've got my mixer, scales, don't need that, my mould release agent and my paintbrush, and we are ready to give it a go. So I'm not going to do the mix on tape. I should do that and then come back to you. Okay, so I've applied the release agent to the mould. I've realised it needs a little bit of time to dry, so I'm not going to mix up yet. Managed to spill some as well. Classic. Okay, so I have mixed up 540 grams, which is basically as much as will fit in that pot. And we're going to start to pour it. That's probably going to get in the way there. I'll leave that drip in there, just don't like to waste a drop, it's expensive stuff. Okay, here we go. A slow pour to get rid of the bubbles is the idea. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Definitely not. I'm not intending going over the actual face at this point. I'm going to do that in a separate piece, just again to save on the mould material. To get up to that height would be expensive. Right, that's got to get out of the way now. Oh, darn it. Spilt the stuff, of course. Looks like I'm going to have to mix up a bit more. No way is this going to be enough. But it's not far off. Okay, I'm going to go again. Okay, so I've mixed up another 500 to take that a bit deeper. And I think I might have enough to go over the face, so I'm going to do that as well. And then just thicken it up and double it up with another bit when I've got time, or a bit later on. So this will just give us a bit of a coating. Don't know if I've made a mistake here. Oh well. Won't be the first mistake I've made, and probably not the last also. Okay. Okay, so that's all I can do for the moment. I will come back to this later when it's set, and I will create a frame around the face and just thicken that up there, hopefully allowing myself enough to be able to do a back, because I've got to put a back on it as well, which will be quite a thin layer because it'll be mounted on board. There you go. Okay, so we're ready to take the mould surrounds off. You can see that I've built a sort of a riser on there because I didn't want to use gallons of the stuff because it is quite expensive. So you can sort of see the face coming through there, but that should be enough to support the lead. So I'm going to switch the camera around and reveal. Okay, let's try and do this. So it's a bit different from last time in that I can't take the mould apart. The mould is solid at the moment anyway. Also I've had a beer, which probably isn't a good thing. Oh God, I don't know how the hell I'm going to get that off there. Hang on, yeah, that'll come. Yeah, I can see me taking this apart using the screws, as that is stuck. Okay, I'll come back to you when I've undone the screws. Okay, so I've undone those. Yeah, that's coming apart now. I've only loosened them. It should be enough to get it moving. Really, I should have varnished these moulds so they don't stick so much, but anyway. Okay, I had to take the screws completely out. Got a nice splinter in my hand. Good fun. This stuff sticks well. There we go. Okay, so that's the first part done. Get rid of those for the moment. I can put them back together later and get to the tidy up stage. How the hell am I going to get this out of here? Well, luckily we've got the weight of the mould inside, so if I flip it over, it might even be enough. Dream on, no way. No. Okay. I'm going to have to split the mould as well. Excellent. Right, so those are now out. Hey, there we go. Okay, so I have got a bit of tidying up to do on that, and then we can get the actual mould apart. It should come across quite easily. We're going to get some mess in there though, I think. I'll tidy that up first and come back to you. Hi, okay, so just to wrap up this video, I've come out in the garden because it's a lovely day. Separated the mould. That has worked really, really well. There's quite a bit of cleaning up to do. I've got some spare silicone that's sort of seeped underneath the leaves, which needs cleaning up. A bit of the clay is in here as well. But that's basically ready to have the back put on it. I'm not going to do that in this video. I'll do that either in the next video or skip straight to the lead pour. But pretty happy with the results. I also had a brainwave last night, and I know all of the silicone moulders around the world will be going, oh yeah, we all do that. So this stuff's pretty expensive, and I realised that I could actually pour the detail using the pure silicone and then add a filler to the rest, so I can use something to bulk it up. I thought about using sand, but apparently the thing to use is glass beads. So I've ordered some of those, so that'll allow me to make a thicker, bigger mould for half the cost. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Excellent. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. That would be great. Cheers, thanks a lot.